Welcome to Real Truth and Power, where we provide powerful content to uplift the Black community with health, wealth, and knowledge of self. Very excited about today's show. We have a powerful guest. We're interviewing Clifton Sherrod, mentor, youth counselor, and we're going to be getting it in on how to save our Black young men and ladies. But before we begin, family, come on into the building. I got a couple of announcements to make, and then I'm going to bring on my guest who's waiting patiently. Coming up, and before we begin, please hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you're on Facebook, hit the like button. Go on over to our YouTube channel. We're trying to pump that up. You'll get alerts. We go on live a lot, so you can get on live and see us live. We're on Daily Motion as well. Of course, if you don't have time and you're moving throughout the day, definitely check out our podcast. Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Real Truth and Power Live is everywhere. So I'm definitely excited to get the information out to our people as always. Also, Real Truth and Power gear. Man, we got phenomenal things coming out. We just put up a couple of shirts for kids, and it's nice, good clothing, very good. It's not cheap, and you're representing culture. You're representing culture and representing knowledge itself. So definitely check that out. And I want to get into a couple of events before we bring in our guests. At the Hancock Solar Gallery, if you're in Maryland, come on out. There's going to be some art on display. World-renowned artist Ernest Shaw, Elmer Roberts will have artwork on display. The opening reception is March 27th. So hopefully you guys can come out March 27th. Again, it will be at the Hancock Solar Gallery. The display will be on until May 31st. So if you can't get the opening reception event, definitely come on out to the Hancock Solar Gallery. But if you've seen a couple of our videos, we've been to a couple of Ernest Shaw, at least, events, and they're great. And you got to come out and support and see. If you're not into art, definitely get into it. I wasn't at first. Ernest is a painter. And now I try to make every event, and I'm starting to learn a little bit about artwork. And so, and last, I wanted to talk about an event. The event is June 27th from 2 to 6 p.m. It's a wine and Q, as in Q Dog, the Q Fraternity Wine and Q event, June 27th. But the person I'm bringing in is going to talk about all of that. So let me bring in my guest, youth counselor, mentor, Ernest Shaw. Hold on one second, family, and I'll bring him in. And I'm so blessed today to bring on my brother, Clifton Sherrod. How you doing today, my brother?
I'm good, brother. How you feeling?
I'm hanging in here just trying to, get the knowledge out to our people. I wanted to first talk to you about the organization you work for, the Free State Challenge Academy. And I lost you there. You still there?
I'm here. Wait a minute. There we go.
Got you. Yeah. Talk to us about the Free State Challenge Academy and the things that's going on with that.
Well, at Free State Challenge Academy, it's a quasi-military program for young men the ages 16 through 18. You can actually turn 19 in the program, but we don't take them in at 19. And what we offer is a chance for the young man to receive their high school diploma, as well as get structure and discipline with the military background theme.
Wow, so you're saying I'm a young man, I'm out here, I'm trying to find myself a little bit. I'm struggling in school, I may drop out or haven't been going or anything, and a parent can say, it's a program, Free State Challenge Academy, where you can get your degree, get a little structure in your life, and they give you like a military background as well, correct?
That is correct. It's when I say quasi-military, it's a military theme. And basically they march from area to area. They sleep in barracks. They wear BDUs, which is military fatigue. That's their uniform. They also
Okay.
wear sweats, so it's a uniform group. And what I want to address is that it's not for at-risk youth. It's also for kids that are able to get their high school diploma but struggle in the classroom setting.
Okay.
So it's just not for. I don't want to put that label on it as at-risk youth and kids that's not doing what they're supposed to do.
Got you. So let me go back again. I'm in school, or I'm gonna use it. I'm a parent. My child's in
Mm-hmm.
school. He's doing well, but he's just struggling a little bit. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and this is a place where he probably can go to probably stay more focused, get a little more discipline, and it'll assist him in a better way getting his degree, correct? His diploma.
That is correct. And the advantage of this is going to be tough, but the individual, male or female, will have their high school diploma in 5 months instead of doing the whole 4 years, in which they can start moving on with their life to the next stage.
Wow. See, I've never heard of this program. And when I saw you putting some things up on social media, it really intrigued me. And you
Mhm.
just educated me a lot about that. Um, as far as that, where do they need to go? Where can they contact someone to inquire more about the Free State Challenge Academy?
Well, the base we are located on Aberdeen Proving Ground South, which is the Edgewood Beach in Harford County.
Okay.
So they can actually reach out to me because I don't know the recruiters' numbers offhand, and I can be reached at 443-562-0476. That is my work cell phone number. And they can also email me at clifton.sherrod@maryland.gov. CLIFTON dot S as in Sam, HERROD at Maryland spelled out .gov.
Now, I know you were stating that you guys are having an orientation coming up. Talk about when that orientation is and how can they go about, you know, getting into the orientation, and what's the orientation all about, basically?
Okay, I got you. So the orientation takes place on March 21st, which is in about 2 weeks exactly. Um, they will have to reach out to the recruiters so they can use that number to call me or email me, and I will forward that to the recruiters. The recruiters will then send them some information that they have to fill out, and the only thing they have to do is attend that orientation session, and their son or daughter will be interviewed at that time
Okay,
to see if they are fit for the program.
got you. So that there is a screening process that you guys go through.
Yes, there is.
Okay. Okay. Now, as far as you dealing with the youth, working with a lot of these young kids that's trying to get their diploma, and of course, you guys are providing discipline. Talk about some of the issues you've seen that they had that the program helps them overcome.
Well, it's actually just being away from home because we don't allow no social media, no
Wow.
cell phones. Um, what else? And pretty much, as far as the young men are concerned, it gives you some kind of attitude on how I'm going to be when I get out on my own a little bit. Mommy is there in the background, daddy is there, but it's more of I'm here on my own and I got to get through this. And we have great staff members that can help them get through it. Because as a case manager, which is the role I am, I'm also like a mentor to them as well.
Okay. Now, when you mention no social media, how
Mm.
many how many of those kids start dropping out, brother?
Mhm. Well, actually, none of them. The thing that I'm gonna give it straight to the point. The thing that because all of them got to cut their hair. You know how the kids have the big froze now,
Right. So
the
it's straight
cruddies,
up like you going to the military.
military. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. The day they come in, when they get accepted and all the paperwork is done, they come up on the stage, zoom, hair gone. Females got to wear their hair in the military style, which is appropriate.
Now, for those that don't know, Aberdeen Proving Ground is it's an Army base, correct?
Yes, yes. We're actually in the Edgewood one. So
Okay,
that's the one off 95, which is exit 77.
okay,
So yeah, we are on a military base. So any kind of negative things, federal. So you got to be on your P's and Q's on the base.
right. So it's no, as these young boys say, no puffing, any of that. It's about
Oh,
business.
oh yeah, yeah, strictly business. And we understand that, you coming from, like you said, puffing and yeah. So it's a process, but
Right,
it's a deadline on that process
right.
because everything we is earned is not given, and that's the
Got you.
problem that's going on with a lot of our youth thing. They're giving stuff being instead of earning.
Got you. That's phenomenal because that's some serious discipline dealing in an army military background. Do the
Mm-hmm.
kids, is it a very hard going through that process of struggling? Adults struggle with that
Mm-hmm.
process. So talk about the transition as they begin and how they become stronger going through that process.
Well, when they first come in, well, I'll use this class as an example. They came in on January 12th.
Mhm.
And the first 2 weeks is the acclimation phase. So they are, from the day their parents drop them off, they are cut off from the world for the next 2 weeks. So they don't speak to their parents or nobody except via a letter. And so that's the toughest 2 weeks because it's a lot of PT, which is physical training, push-ups, mountain climbers, Berkeley's, you name it, because that's how they get in shape. And then it's certain things you gotta do while you're in the hallway. As a staff member myself, if I'm walking up the hall and a cadet walking down the hall, he has to put his back up against the wall and let me pass.
Wow.
So
Sign of
that's what
respect.
yes. So there you go. So it's teaching. And what I've noticed since I've been here over the past 4 years is that when parents call me back, because we still got to track them a year after they leave. They're like, oh man, such and such is doing great. Now he's saying yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. It's a small step, but it's going to the next level.
This seems like a phenomenal program. I didn't even know it detailed all of that. I mean, I saw pictures of the kids looking like they were like in a military style lineup and stuff, but I didn't know that. Now, after they leave the program, they don't have to join the military, correct? Do you,
That
is
is,
it,
go. I'm sorry. Go
no,
ahead.
I was just going to finish that. They don't have to join, but is there a chance they can just go to that next level? For example, if they struggle to get a job, they're like, man, I'm already ready. I can go in.
Yes, I actually a couple of my cadets in my squad they chose that option. They
Okay.
because you're used to getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning for 5 months. So they was like, Mr. Sherrod, I'm just gonna go ahead and go. I said, go ahead, man, if that's what you want to do. Because the thing is, a lot of kids do go back home and get caught up in the same stuff.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and like I tell them, if you don't have anything, you know what you got going on at home. So if you know you need something to get away from it, man, go ahead. That's the best thing for you. It gives you structure and it gives you a plan. I say you don't got to do 20 years, 3 years, you can figure it out, 4 or 5, and you good. You still get
Right.
the benefits.
Now, specifically, young black kids, young
Mm-hmm.
black males and females, as you
Mm-hmm.
know, our culture and the issues and the things they have to overcome. Why would you recommend that for our youth, for our young teenagers about to go into the real world? Talk about the benefits that they would get culturally, because a lot of times in this age, a lot of people saying stay away from the military, anything that deals with that. I'm a component of, it's a lot of positives in the military as far as getting discipline and structure, but talk
Mm-hmm.
about some of the benefits they have that they can escape this mental breakdown that they've been exposed to and overcome all of these negative stereotypes.
Well, I'll start with the No Child Left Behind Act. A lot of the kids that we have now are a product of that because they
Yes.
believe that they didn't need an education.
Now hold your thought real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Explain the No Child Left Back Act, because I don't know if that's everywhere or not, but it is in like Baltimore, Maryland, and Maryland for sure. Talk
It,
about that act and then keep going on it. If I hope I messed
okay.
your train of thought up.
No. It's in all inner cities throughout the country.
Okay. Okay.
Detroit, you get what I'm saying? So
Yes.
the No Child Left Behind Act, basically, you're just getting pushed along. You're just getting pushed along, and you get to the 12th grade, you're not getting a diploma, you're getting a certificate of completion. How can you get a job with a certificate of completion? And
Right.
like I tell my cadets, I said, sir, you need that ticket. What, Mr. Sherrod, what's a ticket? That diploma, because that ticket opens up doors. I'm not saying, because college is not for everybody.
Yes. You're
And
right.
see, and
It
like,
wasn't for me.
I'm a realist with these guys. I say, yo, y'all struggle with a thing called high school. That's why you sitting in front of me. So get your high school diploma. Go get a trade. You can be a barber. You can make good money coming out with a master license. So that's where I'm at with it. And I hope I answered your question, because I
That
went off
was
on a tangent a
oh,
little bit.
oh no, that was perfect. And I'm glad you mentioned the fact that college isn't for everybody. Now, in hindsight, it is for me because I'm actually doing more studying and learning now as an older man. But I mean,
Ah,
as you know, I went to UMES. I was down there 4 or 5 years. I mean, I probably left as a sophomore. I was more into socializing, figuring things out. Had I
the hype.
known to stay working, keep my job, and when I was
Mm,
ready to go, it would have helped me out. But like you said, education is a tool. It's not for everybody, but you need
right,
education to a certain degree, like high
right.
school diploma, to make it to that level. And
Hmm.
now I'm a businessman and stuff like that. And at one point, I thought I was a failure. I didn't have anybody like you or this program to give me other
Mm.
alternatives. I had to figure it out on my own. So that's one of the important things that I really, really like about what you're saying in this program.
Well, and like you said earlier, speaking of for the young black man, they all, I like the word you used, all of them feel like they failures.
Yeah.
Because my motto is, what do you have to hang your hat on? So they don't have anything to hang their hat on because they haven't been through anything, because pretty much everything was given to them. Mommy, daddy, whoever made it real easy for them. You get what I'm saying? So
Yes.
if you can, like I said, if you can get through this program, because most of them be like, oh, I want to go home. This is something you can hang your hat on, sir. Something like, yo, I didn't want to be here, but I made it through. So if I can get through this, I can get through anything. And like I tell them, if you got a start date, there's an end date. You just got to get between the middle part of
Now, the end part of it, and I
it.
think that's what I saw a lot of you. You might have been posting graduations now that I think about it.
Yes,
Um,
it was graduations. Yes.
is there anything that you guys do to maybe job placement or more training as they graduate? What's that process when they leave? Because I know a lot of parents will ask that, but when he's done, what do I do? Do you guys assist them in the avenue or what happens once they graduate?
Once they graduate, they also give, excuse me,
Mhm.
they also give, well, the foundation of Free State Challenge Academy gives scholarships from $5,000, $3,000,
Hold on, brother.
$2,000.
Hold on. They give scholarships.
Yes, they do. But
What?
see, yeah, they give scholarship, and then you can use that scholarship for trade school, college, call it anything you want to use it for. Because the only thing you got to do is send the director of the program, who's Mr. Dickinson, and Ms. Dummeyer is the director.
Okay.
You send them, or your case, whoever your case manager was, you send them your copy of your transcript and your bill.
Mhm.
Boom, boom, boom. A week later, your bill paid.
What?
Yes. And like you said earlier, man, I didn't even know about this job. I just happened to be on a website, and I said, let me apply for this. I didn't
What's
even know what it
what's
was.
that website?
Uh,
You know it
you
offhand?
can you can Google Free State Challenge Academy in the
Okay.
engine search,
And it'll come up.
and it'll come up. But let me say this for the parents. This is very important.
Okay.
If your child is selected, your child needs a mentor. So that mentor has to be somebody that you can trust with your life. that's going to stay in contact with the child, just not anybody off the street.
Right.
Okay, so because that's another tool for like the case manager to get in contact and have a conversation.
Okay. And I already know you, just as the person you are dealing with our community. You're mentoring, you were doing that before the job even started, but talk
Mm-hmm.
about how you're assisting, some of the youth, young adults, period, in our community today with mentoring.
Well, what I'm doing is I'm actually going out speaking to them, talking to them because I give them but I give them the same conversation, but in a different voice. Because some things that they've been through, I've been through. And that's the relationship. But I respect them. And I can use it like at my job. When I'm walking down the street, they be like, hey, Mr. Sherrod. I say, how you doing, sir? Because that's the whole give and take thing. One of my contestants asked me that Friday. He was like, Mr. Sherrod, why you always say sir to us? Because I want the same thing back. I can't give you what I don't want.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So he is just mentoring them, talking to them, making sure they're doing the right thing, um, teaching them how to teaching them how to just be hygienic, man. A lot of these young guys don't know how to be hygienic.
I believe it.
So,
I see
so,
it.
and the sagging of the pants, no, I don't do that.
Right.
So just teaching them how to be men because a lot of these men are being raised by women, and I'm not knocking that
Of course.
but what I'm saying is that I can't teach my daughter how to be a woman. A woman can't teach a boy how to be a man.
Right. And we're going to be
So
doing a show on that. Actually, I'm gonna definitely have you call in because, and I don't want to get into it now to take
yeah,
away from
yeah,
your interview, but basically, there's a lot of single parents, male,
oh yeah,
female,
mm-hmm.
and that I believe that's some of the issues that we have because women do phenomenally strong, powerful jobs raising young men. An
Mm-hmm.
example would be Lamar Jackson. His father died early. He's a phenomenal person, strong man, but
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of difficult to teach the journey that a black man will go through and the strength and the mental attitude he must have and some of the things that only a man can do. And they can do it, I'm not going to knock it, and vice versa for a male trying to raise a young female. And so you
Mm-hmm.
pointed out on that, to have a mentor, somebody they can talk to, respect them, make them learn how to give and take respect.
Right.
It's crucial. It's crucial. Now, I know when you're dealing with the youth, and I want to talk a little bit about our community a little bit.
Okay.
Talk about more some of the struggles that you see that they have to overcome. I mean, it's tough out here, especially in the area we're from, Baltimore. And I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
all cities, Detroit, Chicago, New York, New Orleans, wherever you are, Atlanta, it's a different way, a different struggle growing up as a young child. Talk about some of the things you see these young kids trying to overcome when you deal with them mentoring or just coming into the program.
My first two things that I see: number one, education. Number two, and I put the onus on the father. There's no fathers in the household, man. And what I mean by, first, let me address the education piece. If you're not educated, you don't have anything. And
Yes.
that, I'm not saying you gotta have a PhD or things of that nature, but you gotta have education to make it to the next day. You gotta know how to add, subtract, divide. You can't have money and can't count it because you have somebody else counting your money. They're gonna steal it from you once they figure out you can't count it. You get what I'm saying? So
Yes.
you gotta have you need that education. Now, when I say fathers in the household, and I put this on men, period. Um, Even though that situation ain't work out with that woman, that's your responsibility.
Exactly.
Period. I don't want to hear, well, she did this, she did that. Man, if you really want to be a part of your child life, you'll make that happen. So I blame men on that part because you have the same rights as she does. So that oh, I'm just gonna let her take me down to child support. BS is just BS to me.
Right.
So I just think the black men have to step up more in the community and be a not in the background, but be more of a visual so they can see what a black man does. Because when I was growing up, I see my father get up and go to work every morning, evening, and night. You get what I'm saying? So that
Exactly.
was an example for me. They don't have that. You got these dudes out here want to just do whatever. So
Yes.
I think those the two important things. We got to get the black man back in the house with being a head, and it's also some subliminal stuff going on out here that I feel with they trying to push this homophobic agenda into the black community.
Yes.
And I don't let me say this. I'm not against anybody's sexuality,
Right.
but when you pushing it into a community, eh, you know,
Right.
I don't want to. I don't want
If
to
it's
have my
going to
group.
happen, it's going to happen. I do, and
Right.
we'll talk about that on a future show. I do believe there is seems like it's an agenda now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, to push it into our community specifically. Um, and that's another good point that you mentioned. And you know, I think that comes from what we promote from the males that are not homosexual. If you look around, they're mostly criminals, rappers, sports athletes, and you don't see a lot of promotion of just the
Doctors,
doctors, lawyers.
lawyers.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, but they are out here though, bro. They are out
Yes.
here, and I charge them with the responsibility of getting themselves out here and let it be known. It's we have a whole lot of professional black men out here that need to be more vocal in the inner city community. And yeah, you made it, but never forget where you came from.
Without a doubt.
You
Without a
know?
doubt. Without a doubt. Yeah, that was powerful right there. That was powerful. Now, and I know you have an event coming up. Talk
Yes, sir.
about that event. Um, and let's push that event out to the people. Talk about the event and how that came about and what's going on with that.
Well, on June the 27th of this year, my line brother and myself, we be hosting a wine and food tasting called Wine and Q, and
Okay.
it will be taking place at 2003 Pressbury Street. Tickets will be coming out soon. Tickets will be $25 to $35,
Okay.
and it's going to be a lovely event, man. Lovely event.
Okay.
So come out, get some food tasting. I've been cooking for the past 5 years as well as him. So just call me the grill master. You can check me out on, I'm sure you've seen some of it.
I've gotten some grub. You hooked me up.
Yeah. So it's going to be a good event, man. So hopefully I can get people to come out and enjoy themselves.
Okay. And where's that event at again?
It's at 2003 Pressbury Street,
Okay. And that was
which is at the Omega Center.
and that was the Wine and Q event, correct?
Yeah, yes, that is it.
And drop some contact information so that people can get you one more time, your number and email again.
All right, for the Wine and Q event, you can reach me at Fire and Smoke 1911, not A and N, the letter N, FIRENSMOKE 1911 at gmail.com.
Gotcha. Wonderful.
And
Wonderful. Go ahead.
I don't have, yeah, my number, you can reach me at 443-540-3184.
Gotcha. Man, it was a privilege talking to you. I didn't even know we were going to get into detail with that program that much. I didn't even know you guys, it was in that much detail. I actually didn't even know that, it did all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you talk a lot of, and you're very proud about your graduates.
Mm-hmm.
Just talk about some of the positive things about some of your graduates that you're proud of, because I see a lot of the graduation events. I think one time you got a little emotional. I don't think you were crying, but you might have been. But
Yeah, yeah, I get a little choked up a little
yeah,
bit because to see the beginning product to where they was just raw, they coming in. I'm not gonna say what they were saying, but and then to see them make it day by day, getting it better, getting involved with the programs that offered in the program. So and then to see the finished product, and then to have them go out and get a job, or go off to college, or even go into the military. And one thing I do is for the guys that go off to the military, they go down to MEPS on in Fort Meade. I go down there and see them off because I'm letting you know that I'm still here for you, no
yes,
matter what.
yeah, yeah,
But yeah, it's a good program, man. If for those that kids that are when I mean lost, they don't know where they're going.
right.
They still here, but they don't know. They stuck in like, yo, I don't know what to do.
And that's a complete mental thing at that age.
Right.
You don't know how, you may even know where you're going, but you don't know how you're going to get there. You trying
Exactly.
just like I don't know. I'm just living. So that's a
Mm-hmm.
phenomenal tool, man. I want to salute you on that as they would do in the military because I know you personally, and I know that if once you fell on a job like that, it became more of a lifestyle for you because you already want to help out and give back. So I think you were just blessed to fall into that. And
Thank you.
just give a little before I let you go. Just give a
Mm-hmm.
little one thing that you would some advice. One strong thing of advice that you would give to our parents that are raising some kids from probably like you say 16 to 19, something that they can single or just family in general that they can go forth and apply to helping them raise their kids.
First and foremost, listen to them. And like I tell everybody, if they come to Free State, they not at Free State for singing too loud in the choir. So they have some baggage. But I don't judge you for that.
Right.
I judge you for what you're going to do from this day forward. And for the parents, you have to listen, be a disciplinary parent. Don't let the child do anything they want to do. If they not going to school, why you still have the PlayStation out in front of the TV and they playing it all day?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So parents got to be parents.
Yes.
And I know a lot of parents not going to like to hear that, but you got to be parents. Your child is not your friend. And I'll use myself for an example. My daughter, she'll be my friend when we sit down together, when we could have a drink together and talk about bills.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Now we friends because we could
Yes.
relate to something.
Yes.
But that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. Just be a strong parent. Do what you want do the things you want your child to have that you didn't have growing up.
Exactly. And I'm glad you mentioned that because I think sometimes when you have, especially parents that had disciplinary parents, they kind of get away from it and feel that they're
Right.
not going to be as strong, a disciplined, and they take the friend approach. And you said it, I'm your friend, but I got to make sure that you're on point when you leave here,
Right.
and then like you said, later on we can chop it up, go fishing,
Right.
go bowling, and talk about certain things, which we can do now. But just remember, I'm the parent. And
Right.
there has to be some borderline and guidelines that we got to cross. And man, this was a powerful interview, Cliff. I'm glad you came on, man.
Thank you, bro. Thanks for having me, man.
Man, you blessed the program, man. So I definitely want to get you on again, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings, bro.
All right. Again, what a wonderful interview. That was Clifton Sherrod. The program that he is in, that he works for, he's like a counselor and he's a mentor, is the Free State Challenge Academy. And man, he's doing powerful things. And I know a lot of you guys out there have some troubled youth in that age group, not trouble, but struggling. and you want to get them into a positive light where they can grow in society, I definitely recommend that program. Please, I need all y'all to share this program's information. The best ways to get our algorithms up: hit the like button on Facebook. Please go to YouTube, hit the like button, and hit that subscribe button. The more likes, the more subscribers, the more the information gets out to our people. And also, the most important thing is share. Everybody, if you're on Facebook, YouTube, whatever, on the count of three, let's hit that share button. 1, 2, 3. Want to talk about a couple of things before I let you guys go. Somebody actually just texted me during the interview, where can he get the hat? We have hats. Everybody likes the t-shirts I wear. Go to realtruthendpower.org. Click on Buy Real Truth Gear and wear some gear that represents our culture, that's conscious. And again, that's realtruthendpower.org. And I want to also go back onto the event that my brother was talking about, Clifton Sherrod. He's doing a wine and Q event. That is a wine and Q event, June 27th from 2 to 6. And you can go back and hit the replay if you want to contact him on that event. And also, and I definitely want to pump this up, world-renowned artist Ernest Shaw, Elmer Roberts, they have an opening reception on display. It's going to be a powerful artwork. And I'm going to put a little pressure on him. Usually he has a nice event, jazz music. You might get might get some food or hors d'oeuvres. I don't know if he's going to do that on this one, but it's always nice. So I definitely want to pump that up for my brother. And also, there's a huge debate going on. Go to Sarnetta Studios on YouTube. Get the information. Hopefully you guys can see the book. This book is by brother Jabari Osaze, and he will be debating a brother by the name of Garfield on was Christianity stolen from Kemet. So I'm going to have some information about that debate coming up. And once again, another powerful show. We're so blessed, and we just want to get all this information out to our people. That's very important. If we can do that, it changes lives. If we can do that, it changes lives. And the title is Saving Our Black Youth. And Cliff did a phenomenal job of educating our people on that. So again, man, please share this information, support that program, support our people. And once again, another show, man, that we've knocked out. Check us out, YouTube. Check us out on a lot of the formats we in. And all I got to do is say peace, hold tap, and let's get it going. Stay tuned. And hopefully you guys checked out our previous show. We just interviewed the author of the book, The Roadmap to Better Credit. And you know our black people struggle with credit. So you can go to our YouTube channel or our Facebook page, Real Truth and Power. YouTube is Real Truth and Power Live. And get all of that information. I want to say thank you again, you guys, for tuning in. I love you guys, man. And we're just going to keep doing great things. Great things with the show. And once again, thank you for tuning in. And we are out of here. Peace. Thank you for tuning into the Real Truth and Power Live podcast, where we provide powerful content to uplift the black community, to uplift humanity with powerful information, health, wealth, and knowledge of self. Stay tuned. We'll be going live again and taking phone calls on another powerful topic. Stay blessed, family. tap.